Okay, guess what? It says we're live, so it's time to get to work. We got another great show lined up, and we just see who showed up. Heather Hatley, Tut, XRP Sean is here. And you got Charles Louis, Yolanda Taylor, CLUIS, Clueless. Oh, nice. Ledger doesn't support XDC, so we got a decent. Okay. Disclaimer is my name's Crypto Hawk. I'm not a financial advisor. I know nothing about crypto. I know nothing about finances. I know nothing about the law. I've never worked for the IRS. I just bullshit my way through 30 minutes of programming, just to let you know. If I tell you do something, don't do it. I'm just using that as a figure. If I say, hey, you should do such, I'm telling you not to do it. But everything I say is a lie anyway, so there you have that. Always pay your taxes. Pay more than what you should pay, so the bums that live in your country don't have to work and they can shoot drugs up every day and rob and steal and rape people and stuff like that. Okay, now that we got off to Mr. Positive, our favorite bullshitter, bullshit. Let's go with Iran. Oh man, wait till you see what happens here. Now, since 1979, the U.S. has busted down Iran. And back again in 2006, we had to bust them down even harder with the nuclear deal that we told them stop making nuclear weapons. And they're like, fuck you. And then so we said, fine. So Iran's been on our shit list since 1979. And they're mad as hell. And Russia's on our shit list too. So is North Korea and some other countries like Cuba. I'm reading this article because this is going to be good and it's going to be bad. Okay? Just letting you know. In the end, in the short term, it's going to be good. But in the long term, it's going to be real, real bad for the whole planet. Okay? It's going to be like really bad. Like World War III bad. Okay? Like not fucking good. Major nukes going off. Just. So this is just the reality. The Iranian government has passed a comprehensive and detailed law regulating the use of cryptocurrency for international trading purposes. This is a very, very bad thing for us, but it's a great thing for Iran. Iran has legalized the use of cryptocurrencies, everybody. The law, which the Minister of Industry, Mine, and Trade called Comprehensive Crypto Regulations. Oh, looks like they're ready to go. The country has been under sanctions from the United States since 1979. The Iran Minister of Industry, Mine, and Trade said that he declared that Iran's new cryptocurrency law would enable Iranian businesses to use crypto instead of the US dollar or the euro. Everybody, Iran is back in business and they're mad as hell and they're going to be buying, you know what they're going to buy, okay? And no one's going to stop them. It says here, Iran is forging ahead with its plans to enable cross-border payments with crypto. Well, looks like Joe Biden, when he was saying, yeah, we're going to be tough on Iran. We're going to put up sanctions against them. That dude's so fucking clueless. Wow. That's not going to do any good. Everybody knows. It was just our president talking out of his ass like he always does. He said this at an automotive industry exhibition in Tehran that the government had already passed a comprehensive and detailed law to regulate the use of cryptocurrencies. Iran, here's the news flash, This is like the second major news flash in this show, maybe the third. They have already passed a comprehensive and detailed law to regulate the use of cryptos for trade. Already a done deal, okay? Therefore, they're not feeling any more pain from the United States. That shit is over. Now Iran's going to do whatever the fuck they want again. All the issues related to crypto assets, including how to provide fuel and energy for mining and how to assign licenses, it's all done. The law, crafted between the Ministry of Industry and the central bank, will allow imports to be paid for using cryptocurrency. The law will not only apply to Iran's financial institutions and industry leaders, but listen, to local businesses as well. Everybody in Iran. Uh-oh. Yeah. Hey, United States, could we get a little help over here? We just read regulations. I just read you guys regulations on how the central banks are trying to catch up in Europe. How they said the Europeans are going to have regulations before the end of the year, and it said they're going to roll out global regulations. We got Iran said they're already done. Joe Biden, can we get some help over here? Help clean up on aisle 3. Oh my God, I'm laughing, but this shit ain't funny. This is fucked up. You got the United States going after XRP, calling it a security. The rest of the world knows it's money. What Gary Cumguzzler's just fucking around. Like, you see what's going on? Like, we're just all handcuffed, sitting around looking at each other while the rest of the world's coming up with crypto regulations. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Yeah. So let's look at that article. There's a little bit left in there. It's not looking good for the United States. Our leaders are not looking good. Our leaders are not leading us. Our leaders are failing us, and they're not leaders. These people in government office, we call leaders. So, local newspaper called the Iran International expects cryptocurrencies will be used to circumvent punishments and enable trade with other blacklisted countries such as Russia. Russia's central bank has already indicated it was open to the idea of using cryptocurrencies for payments. So now we've got the BRICS nations: Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. Right now, we got 2 of them that have pretty much green-lighted cryptocurrencies. Meanwhile, America's still fucking around. We invent the crypto shit. It doesn't move in this country, but it moves all around the world, but not here. Makes you wonder why. It makes us wonder why 8 years ago, no, back in 2008, so we're talking about 14 years ago, crypto was discovered and used in America, and nobody's made any laws. Very interesting why. I have my suspicions. I'll keep that quiet for now, but let's press on with this. So, Iran has cheap electricity, so the majority, well, a lot of Bitcoin is going to be mined in Iran, okay? That doesn't look like a solution that we want either. Now, there's that article. I'm going to click out of it, and we're going to go into a Russian article all about Russia, okay? Check this out. This one is important. Russian Prime Minister takes a cue from Iran crypto payment permit for imports. The adoption of digital assets provides a good opportunity to ensure uninterrupted payments for imports and exports, says Russia's Prime Minister. Now I'll see, at first, Russia was kind of saying, and this is maybe a couple of years ago, yeah, we'll probably allow crypto. And then they're like, no, crypto's bad. Crypto's bad. Well, now they're crypto's good. Crypto's good. That's why I don't believe it until I see it happening. Because these people lie to you all the time, right? In the Russian government, I specifically remember, oh yeah, it's going to undermine our economy. Cryptos are going to be bad, and it's going to destroy our finances in this country. Oh, really? So why is Russia now all of a sudden going to allow it? Because earlier they were lying, so you wouldn't buy it. That's why. Good idea to watch Crypto Hulk channel. Here's a quote: "The idea of using digital currencies and transactions for international settlement is being actively discussed in Russia at this time. The idea of international payments in crypto even received support from Russia's biggest government skeptic, which is the Bank of Russia. The past 2 years, I've been reporting how the Bank of Russia is against crypto. They're against every step of crypto's bad. But now all of a sudden, the idea of using crypto for international payments, the Bank of Russia is like, crypto good, crypto good, crypto good." Very interesting. I thought these people are smart. Or they're liars. I think liars is more like it. The head of the Bank of Russia, now hear what Elvira says. Elvira is her first name. Nabi Luna is her last name. Listen what she says now. Cryptocurrencies can be used in cross-border international payments. Well, ain't that a son of a bitch? Crypto's bad, but now it's good, right? Tisk, tisk, tisk. They're trying to trick us, everybody. Trying to fake us out. Brody Athey, thank you very much for your donation. Appreciate that. Every single bit helps. Hulk, we thank you for your great show. I'm trying to make you rich, Bon. You got to learn the material. You got to watch the show and learn. Avoid all the train wrecks and shit. Don't invest in any kind of gold cards. I'm not investing in no Binance crypto card. That's for certain. My shit is so locked up. It's nuclear safe. That's what I want you to do. No NFTs, like all these other YouTubers telling you, get this NFT, make some passive income. And I'm like, shut your fucking mouth. You know, like these people come up with all kinds of fucking dumb shit for you to get wrecked. We're just watching right now to see what's going on so we can make smart moves. We're learning about different places in the world where we might have to take a vacation to. I'm not telling anybody to secretly write down your keys, take them to Puerto Rico and cash out there. That would be illegal for me to tell you that, okay? So don't do that. That would be illegal. Now, some of you guys will, and you'll end up going to Puerto Rico and be super fucking rich, have mansions and Lambos and stuff. And these other people that didn't do that, well, their government's going to take away all their crypto or tax it 50% because they're doing the right thing. So they're going to be broke and you'll be rich. So I want you guys to be broke and follow the laws, okay? That's a better thing to do. Okay. The Russian story is not quite over. I have my news. Well, I have the news and I got my views. Here's the deal with all this, all right? So Crypto Hulk, you read off a couple news articles on that. Yeah, that's some bad news and shit. So how does this relate? Well, now the bad news. But it's going to be good. Look, it's bad and it's good both. It depends on how you look at it. Helio Bob, damn good real news. Shit is coming fast for everyone. That's what I'm trying to get to. Thanks for your donation. I'm going to try to explain now because he just mentioned fast. Shit's coming fast. Here's the deal. I'll make a prediction. I think I've already done this already. Look, there's got to be a catastrophe for them to like try to take your shit, okay? Anytime the government declares an emergency, green light for them to take your shit. You can bypass any kind of laws. You can put people in concentration camps and do all kinds of shit, take away, lock them up during times of war or emergency. Okay, they're going to do that. This is how this goes. So I'm just kind of guessing here. I am my own source. Nobody's told me this. I'm just kind of thinking of a scenario. So they want to take everybody's stuff. That's their goal. And they are the rich and powerful linked up with the politicians. So you declare a national emergency. It's going to be one because money will affect the national security of the United States. I want you to understand all this. This is all going to come under national security emergency. That's how they're going to be able to shut down all the crypto exchanges in the country, liquidate everything. See, I've already known this shit for 2.5 years. That's why I thought all this shit was going to happen 2.5 years ago. I've been waiting just like this for 2.5 years for this day to come. Okay. So with this Russia deal and Iran deal, don't you think that that's going to be a national emergency? Yes. That's the national emergency. We may not have an all-out war. We could have a crypto war. Got it? Charles Looney, 1776. Like it. Hulk, you're the best. Thanks for your hard work every day. Trump won. Come on, man. So this, okay, you got the BRICS nation. Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. If they do this, just these two alone, Iran and Russia, this is massive. But if you get the other BRICS, and then I told you, like Turkey jumped in on this, right? So Turkey's mixed up in this. These are over the BRICS. There's like 5 more countries. I'm telling you, there's going to be a national security risk. That's going to set off an alarm. They're going to confiscate all these cryptos somehow for whatever reason, shut down exchanges. They got to know who's buying, who's selling, right? And they have to know all this stuff. Then they're going to say, oh, well, these cryptos are going to hurt the American economy. It's going to drive. So we've got to control all this crypto. I say they're going to issue everybody a U.S. wallet based on your social security number, whatever foreign ID number, whatever you got. Everybody, so the government knows and has control. That's why this the Fed now all of a sudden's coming out. Well, they announced it. They said it's going to come out like next year. Fuck that shit. It's not going to happen. It's coming out this year. All right. Because when Europe, when Europe, in the article we just read, they're coming out with their crypto regulations this year. They're going to be international. This is really, really getting hot right now. Okay. There will be a national emergency. That's how all this stuff will come into play. Emergency Powers Act, okay? The president can initiate anything he wants during an Emergency Powers Act, all right? We've got to protect the country, national security. We're switching the whole system. We're going to crypto. We're locking everything down. Oh, yeah. That's how this is. It's not going to be in May and June next year. Fuck that shit, all right? Not going to happen. You think we're going to sit around looking at each other while Iran, Russia, Brazil, China, all these countries, one by one, will be joining them. And then all the other countries will be afraid, so they'll have to join them as well. Nah, shit's not going to take this long, all right? We're at a point now, if you don't, then you got the Pope. Oh, let me guess. The Pope story, when you got the Pope telling the Vatican and pretty much the whole Catholic world, take your money out of the banks and put it in the Vatican vault. If you don't understand what the hell that is, you are fucking lost. If you're a person on YT and you make videos and you don't hammer away at the Pope story, you have no clue what the fuck's coming. Okay, that's how I know all this shit. Is because when the Pope, I get some of these assholes who are like, you don't know what you're saying. The Pope's some religious guy. What the fuck does he know about money? I'm like, are you fucking serious? Please don't say that, because it makes you look like you have no fucking brains in your head. Okay? The Pope runs this fucking world. All right? The connections are so deep, you have no idea. Okay? The Pope and the richest families of the world, they're all like Where do you think the Pope got this information from? Why do you think he's shutting all the banks down? He's having the Catholic Church pull all the money out of the banks. The Pope knows this shit's getting serious and it's about to go to an emergency crypto war. All right? Eileen Dover, thank you very much for your donation. You're like, Hulk, you're the best. And you got Tut, XRP, Dear Santa, I would like a Crypto Hulk bobblehead for my Xmas, please. Oh my gosh, that'd be hella funny. I wonder if somebody could make a bobblehead with my little head on it. That would be something. I think I'll buy one. Best news ever, Hulk. Thank you, Raymond Lindsay. Yeah, so okay, so let me get back because this is like tonight's broadcast is massive news, all right? So between you got Chairman Powell of the Federal Reserve of the United States 3-4 days ago, you know what he says? America, we're gonna go through pain. That doesn't sound too good. Then you got the Pope telling all the Catholics around the world, take your money out of the bank and put it in the Vatican vault. That's pretty fucking scary. You got Iran and Russia now using crypto. You see where this is going? You got the European Union saying they're going to have crypto regs this year and their international laws. Like, that's massive news. Those are 5 massive points right there. This is not sustainable. What's going on here? It's going to move into a national emergency, just letting you know, all right? Because you're going to get all these other people like, well, I don't want to learn to use a wallet. I don't want to learn anything. I just want things to keep going. Well, these people are fucking stupid. This world's fucked, okay? It's going to switch over. We're going to be on the verge of either going bankrupt. Imagine this. This is a national emergency. When you have terrorist countries, and some people are like, well, America is the biggest terrorist. Get off my fucking channel. I get these assholes on what is it? TikTok and these other America the biggest terrorist. I'm just like, fuck, all I do is block them and get them for harassment. So then they can't get on my channel anymore and they put their own channel in jeopardy. I don't even fucking bother to respond to assholes like that. I just say that they're harassing me and then bingo, you're done. They kick you off your platform. Paul Rados, thanks for your donation to the channel. So that's what I'm seeing is for the 2 articles I just read about Russia and Iran. This is going to set it off, okay? The more countries that join them creates a national security risk for the United States. I hope you understand the seriousness of the news articles I just read, okay? That's what's happening now. We're going to move into like a crypto war. There might not be weapons involved, like missile, but there's weapons, hacking, unsecure payment. Like, if they use a better, like, they're going to use something that's instantaneous and it's better than what the SWIFT system is. That's a national security threat because if we lose money in this country, we lose power, we lose military, on and on, okay? Those news articles are very, very important because things are going to change from the news that I just went over in the past 23 minutes on this channel. Things are about to get they're going to get bad, but they're going to be crypto good. And it's going to be a weird world we're moving into, okay? There's going to be very, very rich people like us, and then very, very broke people, okay? Weight loss and fitness. A crypto dork back in January sold a course for $2,500 on DeFi. He recommended people take stake in Luna. His friend took his advice and invested $1 million. Oh my God. I know a guy who pays $1,000 a month for like a Raoul Paul course. I'm like, my God. Watch my show, pay me $5 and put $1,000 a month into XRP. There you fucking go. I'm telling you, these people, it's just scary. Heather Hatley, thank you $1 million for the education. Heather, keep learning. You're learning the most important stuff on crypto. I don't get into every story. I only go over the stories that mean stuff. And you will not hear any other channel talking like this, okay? But they'll sure talk about their little gold cards and their art paintings and shit, but they won't be talking about the shit I'm talking about. Oh, no, no, no. They got to plug all that dumb shit they sell. So just be prepared for some kind of national emergency, War Powers Act kind of thing. A special broadcast by the president. Ladies and gentlemen of the American people, my name is, oh yeah, Joe Biden. I'm reading the teleprompter here. Dang. I was going to do one more article. My throat is pretty much gone. We got an article on Indonesia, which is pretty big. I'm going to do the Indonesia article and then it'll be a wrap. Because what we're seeing in Asia, I mean, it's happening all over the world, but there's a lot of movement. Like one company's buying out another. Okay, these little crypto exchanges. I mean, they got crypto exchanges in Indonesia. Let me get into the article. Indonesia's biggest tech firm buys a small local exchange. Okay, so here what I'm talking about, you got the big dogs coming in. I told you this 2.5 years ago. I've been telling you ever since. You got 100 exchanges, let's say. Eventually, you're gonna have 10. And who's gonna own them? Well, J.P. Morgan, BlackRock. You know what I'm saying? Charles Schwab. All the same people that are running shit now are gonna run shit later. The regulations are gonna squeeze and force out all these other exchanges. That's the trend that we have. Okay. Indonesia's biggest tech firm. It's called GoTo, and I'll leave it at that. GoTo, because I can't pronounce the rest of this stuff. It has forayed into the cryptocurrency market with the purchase of a local crypto exchange called Crypto Machisma. Okay, and they paid 8.3 American million dollars for it. What a fucking deal! To buy a crypto exchange for $8 million. Like, man, would I love to be able to do that. It says here, GoTo has acquired 100% of Crypto Makisa. The regulators authorized this. GoTo also offers on-demand transportation, e-commerce, food, grocery, as well as financial and payment services. GoTo wants to have a diverse money company. So they make money all different ways. Sounds good. Now here's in Indonesia, the commodity, just like the CFTC for the United States, the Commodities Future Trading Commission wants to control most of the cryptos. Let's see what's going on in Indonesia. So Indonesia's Commodities Future Trading Regulatory Agency, which regulates crypto trading, okay, has stopped giving registration certificates for crypto companies. Earlier this month, they did it. Currently, right now, in Indonesia, they got 25 crypto licensed companies. So somehow this company, if you're big enough, see, notice what they said. They shut it all down, right? But just somehow this company managed, because they're so big, to go buy an exchange, get it registered. But earlier this month, Indonesia already made it illegal. But looks like some countries, if you got enough money, then you get the honey. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to kind of show you this, that a country is going to have laws. Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. But if you're rich enough, see what I mean? You can open an exchange in Indonesia. It's okay. 8.3 million. Maybe they put about 1 or 2 million underneath the table and handed it to the other people. You know what I'm saying? Got to grease some wheels, right? The squeaky wheel gets the grease. So I think so. You get a third world country like Indonesia and stuff. Oh, they're getting the crypto linked up. It's all getting ready to go. Okay, pay to play. You got that right, mate. Okay, that I think will wrap up the show. Yeah. Fuck it. There's one. I'll give you one last quick. This will be a quick article. Let me see if I highlighted anything. No, I didn't. Okay. This is kind of sad news, but it's showing there's corruption in Colombia. Here's the title: Ripple's Colombia land tokenization project has stopped because they're having a switchover in government. So what this was, Brazil tokenized their rainforest, okay? And they might have done it with not XRP. I read you guys, it was either like CeeLo or Quant or something. But in Brazil, at least a portion of the rainforest, they tokenized. Then a few months later, Colombia made an announcement they're going to tokenize the whole country, everybody's property boundaries and stuff, so everybody could look up who owns what land. They were going to do that and put it on the XRP ledger. So Ripple was advertising that, and the crypto, all the XRP maxis, including me, were like, woohoo! Well, now Colombia stopped that. Let's see. With a new government in power. So the old guard wanted to have transparency, okay? Listen to this. The old guard wanted people's stuff on the blockchain so it would be fair for everybody. The new power in Colombia is like, nope. They want things purposely not clear so the poor people can't see who owns what property or what. So it's showing like there's some kind of corruption going on in Colombia right now. And it says here, the country has suffered for decades without equitable land distribution. So they had all the drug dealers, the cocaine plantations and all the corruption and stuff like that. So what happened, I think, is some of those criminals gained some power in the government. And this is why the government's like, well, we're going to hold off on registering all that land on the ledger. Says here, the government's going to look into it, and we'll get back to you. That's pretty much what happened. So it's kind of a bummer that happened. I think it's just temporary, and it'll come back later when, I don't know, whenever that is. But I just wanted to read off that one really quick to you. Corruption in Colombia? Say it isn't so. Yeah, there's corruption everywhere. I'm not picking on Colombia or any of these countries. Hey, America is so fucked up with these people we got. I am not using America as a role model. Trust and believe. The minute I can get rich and get the fuck out of here, I'm adios. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go live in some little fucking mountainous area somewhere, whatever, and just, or in Puerto Rico. How can I forget? I'm going to Puerto Rico, man. I'll see y'all there. All right. I am going to split. I'm getting out of here. Thanks for showing up. You learned a lot today. I will find some news and bring it tomorrow. Adios.